According to IPO Nigeria or IPOBDOS Nigeria, they have come again with another accusation. Dozens killed in 3 days terror campaign by remnants of Ekpa's goons in also communities. These same people accused Simon Ekpa for 4 years. When Simon Ekpa disappeared, they turned their accusation to the Nigerian government. Now, Nigerian government have paid them to come out and said this one is Ekpa's remnant that is killing our people in also for good 3 days. That is a bloodbath. And let me remind them also, maybe Ekpa is the one that killed or rather burned our men and women and children in a Amofu while they are asleep. Why can't they so-called DOS Nigeria look for another work to do instead of all this propaganda that Nigerian government are using them to perpetrate against the government of United States of Biafra? You know, this thing is becoming worrisome. Anyway, let us continue. Simon Ekpa's arrest, Operation Udoka, reducing Southeast tension. Operation Udoka reducing Southeast tension. Your so-called Operation Udoka, your men, burn down our able-bodied men and women while they are asleep in a Hamufu. The so-called Operation Udoka was busy looking for 20 naira and 10 naira while Fulani headers are killing and kidnapping your men in Enugu State, the same Enugu. Operation Udoka is also aware of the incessant 3 days killing in Osu. You are telling us it have reduced. The thunder that will fire you and your entire generation, Musa, they never manufactured it. They are still manufacturing it, and it's going to come with a light. I mean, a touch of death. Here. I beg my people, let us just read this news because all this lying, we have media houses in all the whole southeast. We have in Anambra, we have in Enugu, we have in Imo State, we have in Ebonyi State, and also we have in Anoda State. None of them can be able to see all this news and counter this man. Tell him that before his face that he is lying. But all of them have been complicit. They don't eat any good that you use, and they will not say anything, because if they say anything, EFCC will come for them, because they are also corrupt. Who is going to save us? Only Chukwu Okeabia. I beg, if you get this message, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos. Our life and our freedom is now channeled to the hands of Chukwu Okeabia Monye Premier Nile. Yachibakwai, Okutogota Koran Nono. Arrest my case. On January 5 to 7, 2025, various communities in Osu local government area of Imo State experienced yet another wave of massacre by criminals whose identity and loyalty were attributed to a hardcore criminal and kidnapping henchman of the apprehended Simon Ekpa, nicknamed Tempo Igwe Butuzo. You hear him? You might say this news is late. It is not late, my brother. It is not late. The earlier we keep on pinpointing all these things to put them on their toes, to know, let them know that all this propaganda will never get them anywhere. And with this propaganda, if you can never unite together as Biafran to fight for this just one cause, my dear, we are getting it all wrong. It might happen last year, but the truth need to be told to let these people know that we are here to counter whatever propaganda they are being spreading everywhere against Simon Ekpa or whoever, as long as this Biafra struggle is concerned. The following communities: Eziawa, Ihitenansa, Umuhu Okabia, our ATC of Osu local government were coordinately attacked by bloodthirsty criminals who rained hell and horror on the citizens. According to the reports, most of these victims were young folks who returned for the recently passed Yuletide season celebrations. Young men, women, children, and elderly, none were spared. According to confirmation from a reliable source who witnessed the tragic incident, nearly 50 bodies were recovered as harbingers of death went on killing spree, knocking door to door and slaughtering their victims. Even those who went into hiding were forced out of their hiding places or killed at the spot. Those attempted to run for their dear lives were cut down or shot in the back. The criminals displayed a high level of inhuman savagery, only equitable to that of the notorious Fulani herdsmen. Their victims were butchered and massacred with the most horrendous methods, using machetes, etc. Bodies littered across the streets, compounds. Many were killed in their own bedrooms. The community vigilantes, even the Nigerian security agencies, were irresponsive. Hence, the criminals carried out their heinous campaign without any resistance or intervention by any security operatives. So, thank God, after he said they don't intervene. To tell you, it is a concerted effort, a planned attack by the Nigerian security forces. They are the one doing this. And instead of you to call them out, you are now calling S.Ekpa. Fulani herdsmen kidnapped military, 4 of them, in Enugu, while they are en route to Kaduna. And that operation lasted for complete good 1 hour. 4 commuter buses were attacked and kidnapped over 35 people. 1 good hours, no anybody. A busy express, no any single security personnel were seen in that area. But after these people must have carried out their disastrous act finish and go into the bush, then you see them come from nowhere, begin to fly helicopter left, right, and center. And you people, you DOS Nigeria Limited, still have the gun to be calling S.Ekpa. Can't you do that? You people, it's either you people have empty brain or your brain have congealed. Recall that since 2021, after the extraordinary rendition of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya by the Nigerian government, although also Okigwe zones of Imo State have been a heavy concentration of criminals operating under the behest of Mr. Ekpa, whose agenda and open source agreement with the federal government was to give the Biafra agitation for self-determination a very criminal and horrible look by recruiting and sponsoring hardcore criminals to terrorize the innocent citizens of the Southeast. You see where they got it wrong again. When I'm reading this, I'm still going to be debunking all these rumors of propaganda one after the other. They said since 2021, insecurity started in Imo State, mostly Olo area. When the so-called judiciary in Imo State overturned Ihedioha's victory and give it to number 4th man, which is Hopeless Uzodinjo. Under Hopeless Uzodinjo, there was a prison break. It lasted for hours. The DPO, or rather the commissioner of police in Imo State, the house is not far from the prison. The military, military obese is not far from where this thing happened. For hours, 4 to 5 hours, just like it happened in Kuje prison, no any security was able to intervene. And you still have the God now to come and say, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was repatriated. Can you people listen to yourself? When you are lying to the whole world, how will the world be seeing us? Because they are reading all these things. How will they be seeing us? They will see us as people that are not serious. We cannot be able to coordinate ourselves. Then how can we be able to coordinate a whole country of over 80 million people? Lying and propaganda can never get us anywhere. These so-called DOS, Powerless, and the rest of them, they lie too much. They even lie more than the devil. They are the one that when they lie, the devil will begin to shout Jesus. Can you imagine that? No problem. Let us continue. I'll be debunking the propaganda one after the other. So this news might be a little bit longer. But don't give up. Continue watching. Most communities in Imo State, part of Anambra ETC, has been held hostage by pockets of criminals operating under the covert guidance and sponsorship of federal government. However, since the apprehension of Mr. Ekpa by the finance authorities over his incitements of terrorism in the southeast and fraudulent activities, the criminals operating under his command have gone on killing spree, unleashing their destructive indiscriminately against members of the aforementioned communities, while pointing accusing fingers at the Nigerian military of being responsible. So now they are defending Nigerian military, but I never see them wear the right against the burning of our innocent Biafrans in their homes. Ile hamufu Igbos. In fact, abro no abro ndi Igbo no na me talk am abro no ama mo pro na mo onye ọhụrụ awa ya pro this ọnụ a ọ ga adọta ya na generation ya mma mana abụrụ ndị Igbo ọnụ. The aim of this is presumably to create confusion and throw around blames, while the Nigerian government military establishment attributes the heinous crimes to the IPOB movement, Eastern Security Network, and advertently prolong the undue incarceration of IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the Nigerian Secret Police custody at the Nigerian state capital, Abuja. You are telling us that Ekpa is working for the Nigerian government. The same Nigerian government are looking for Ekpa's extradition. The same Nigerian government are writing series of letters to finance government, telling them that they need Ekpa dead or alive. Is it? These are the people who say they are educated. Most educated illiterates are from the southeast. The slaughter and massacre of innocent Igbo citizens, including children, in their very own homes cannot be overlooked. The wanton destruction and terrorism going on in Osu local government area no longer be ignored. All resident indigenous stakeholders, home and abroad, must come together to address the insecurity challenges going on in the southeast and hold the political class responsible where necessary for their duplicity and complicity. Family Writers Press International. Simon Ekpa's arrest, Operation Udoka, reducing southeast tension. Musa, CDS. The Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, on Tuesday disclosed that the recent arrest of Simon Ekpa in Finland has significantly reduced tensions in Nigeria's southeast region. I'm telling the world now, Nalayo, the killings now have quadrupled. The killings in the southeast have quadrupled since the absence of Simon Ekpa. So don't mind this lying machine called Chief of Defense Staff Musa. No mind him. This man is in fact, he lies more than the devil. Speaking before the House of Representatives Committee on Defense to defend the 2025 budget, Musa attributed the reduction in violence to Ekpa's arrest and the ongoing military Operation Udoka, launched by Defense Headquarters. Musa noted that Ekpa's arrest, coupled with the targeted operation against separatist leaders, has claimed the once volatile region. He said, with the arrest of Ekpa, it has greatly reduced the tension. Also, with Operation Udoka, we are picking up most of the leaders there, taking them out and ensuring that the place is peaceful. Taking them out, that means killing them. But you are rehabilitating Boko Harams, who are busy mamming and bombing the northeast, northwest, and north central. Taking them out. Underline that word, in first, circle it. Taking them out. Killing our innocent Biafrans. He said the sit at home on Monday is gradually diminishing, which is a very big lie, fat lie. Nigerians gathered that Operation Udoka, designed to eliminate banditry and the disruptive sit at home orders in the southeast, is yielding positive results. Musa emphasized the importance of working closely with local communities and political leaders to maintain stability. Go and see what happened in Brunei. A military man came out and tell you that why Boko Haram overrun them on their latest attack is that they were short of ammunition. The ammunition they're supposed to use to be fight the main terrorism or the main terrorists, they are sending them to the southeast for asymmetric warfare. And this lying machine here is telling us a different side of the story. If insecurity ever stop in Nigeria, make I know wetin cause am. I don't cause them today. Abonam Hornu. In fact, insecurity in the northeast, northwest, and north central is going to be increasing day in, day out. Nigerians gathered that Operation Udoka, designed to eliminate banditry and the disruptive sit-at-home orders in the southeast, yielding positive results, according to him. We need to have local support because without it, it is difficult. The terrain is very challenging, so we need to work together. It is improving, he added. The same people they called in Anambra State to go and rescue people who are being kidnapped, they say they don't go inside the bush. Non-kinetic measures and human intelligence needed. Highlighting the role of non-kinetic measures, Musa revealed that proactive intelligence and community engagement have contributed to the recent peace experienced during the holiday season. We had some intelligence and worked ahead to ensure everywhere it was kept peaceful. What we try to encourage is jointness and synergy in our operations, he said. Musa also emphasized the importance of citizens' involvement in security. Nigerians have to take ownership of their armed forces and security challenges we are facing It is not a challenge for the armed forces alone. It is everybody's responsibility. Civilians will go and defend themselves now with empty-handed. Addressing security efforts in the South, Musa highlighted the military success in combating oil theft and noting that Nigeria is now meeting its OPEC oil production quota for the first time in years. Our target is to hit 2.2 million barrels a day. We are close to 2 million barrels per day and intend to do more. This year, we want to intensify our operations, he said. Musa stressed the importance of engaging religious leaders, cultural leaders, and other stakeholders in dialogue to ensure sustainable peace. We have a formed group that are discussing with the locals. If we carry everybody along, it makes it a lot easier. The best general is one who does not need to shout. If you can solve the problem without firing, it is better, he said. Optimism for sustained peace. Musa expressed optimism about the current strategy which balances the Nitic and non-Nitic efforts. The Nitic and non-Nitic efforts must continue to go hand in hand. It is working very well, he concluded. CDS calls for the improvement of border management. The Chief of Defense Staff urged the improvement of border management to address the problems of smuggling. He said several children who were being trafficked were rescued by them. We have rescued several children being trafficked across Nigeria to other countries, and then trafficking of drugs, small arms, light weapons. We are working in tandem with customs. When we make such arrest, we call either the NDLEA or the customs and hand them over to them. So these are extra things that we are doing, he said. You never combat your own side. You are going to work for customs and the NDLEA and DARA. He said they were committed to ensuring peace across the country. Without peace, there cannot be development. And nobody is happy when things are not peaceful. Because even if you think you have, sometimes you might be the ones at the receiving end. So that has equally helped us a lot. He also expressed concern about the troops' welfare, which he said was dismissal. Now, what is our other concern? Troops' welfare. We know generally the economy, everybody is having the heat. Oh, you acknowledge, eh? And we are no more different. So we are looking at the aspect of also improving the welfare of our troops. The RCA, ration cash allowance, we are still struggling at least at less than 2,000 naira per soldier per head to feed. 2,000 naira. What can that buy? We are happy that Mr. President has recently increased the salaries to some extent of the junior class, which is the junior grade of personnel, which has also enhanced their ability. We know the country is going through so much, and it is not only military that needs support, but I think we want to get more. We can do more. We also need accommodation. Every year we recruit almost 25,000 for all the services, and those going on retirement every year, they are not up to 5,000. So you see, we are getting almost 20,000 into the system. The issue of new barracks, construction, old barracks and renovation are issues we have to address because now that we are beginning to get peace. Gradually, we are going to return to the barracks. We don't want to go back to barracks and then we start living in tents or in batches like it was before. So we must be able to work ahead to establish new barracks that have been established and then to be able to carry out renovations. CDS advocates for local manufacturing of weapons. He also stressed the need to drive local manufacturing of weapons as it was difficult to get weapons internationally. He said this was a major reason the fight against insecurity has persisted. Are you joking? How many aircraft have you bought all this while? From the time of Buhari till now, more than 20-something aircraft. None of them have been used. We also need equipment. We also try to increase because we realize that because we don't produce what we need, it's been very difficult. That is one of the reasons why the welfare has contributed or rather continued for this long, because we have not relied on getting hard currency to go abroad. when you go there, according to him, he said, when you go there to buy, again, you don't get this thing off the shelf. Sometimes you have to pay. And now with the Ukraine-Russia war, it has made it extremely more difficult because America particularly is paying off most of the items. So when you go there, they say it is already been booked. So to get it, it is a problem. So we realize that we need to also start producing what we need. And that we have started the Deacon bill that Mr. President signed. We are doing a lot together to try and bring regional equipment manufacturers to come and produce in Nigeria with the Deacon. What we are doing again is we have several local manufacturers of weapons. If I get somebody where they manufacture a gun, and I go carry and go put inside prison, and now you are looking for international manufacturers in Dara. They have the talents, but they don't have anywhere to showcase it. So the tendency is, if they are not used positively, they will go because they want to survive. They will go negatively. And that is why in some areas, we have identified some people that produce very good weapons, automatic, but local. So what we are doing is we really trying to get them, bring them in, give them the platform so that they can come and legitimately produce this thing. And gradually, Nigeria can start producing its kind of weapon. So we don't have to rely on foreigners to get our weapons, according to CDS. We are doing that we are doing that and looking at experts. What we are doing, we are talent hunting them all over the country and then bring them in to be able to produce this item for us. Chairman of the House of Committee on Defense, Baba Jimmy Benson, said, as representatives of the people, they must ensure that every naira is judiciously spent to strengthen the operational capacity of the Air Force and deliver tangible results. Moving forward, he said this year's budget defense is particularly significant as it comes against the backdrop of evolving global and domestic security threats. These recent developments highlight the need for heightened vigilance and inter-agency collaborations, he said. We must leverage intelligence, technology, and best practices to neutralize emerging threats and safeguard our citizens. As we deliberate on the 2025 budget, I urge all defense agencies to prioritize strategic initiatives that align with national security objectives, according to Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa laments. So my good people, wonderful people, when I see the kind of lie that these people are lying upon the head of S.Ekpa and also upon the head of Biafrans, and I see what Chief of Defense Staff is telling the world, that the southeast killings have reduced. Why now the thing have quadrupled, not even triple, not even a double. It have quadrupled. The number of people that are being killed on daily basis in the southeast is alarming. Even the northeast, northwest, and north central are not having this kind of killing spree. And they are here lying to the general public and to the world. But anyway, I'm very, very happy that we have gone to past the era that there's no internet. Now, whatever you are saying, they are seeing it right in the internet, because everything that happened, either you see it on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, or TikTok, it is going viral. So when you begin to come to lie to the general public and general masses and this international community, they know you are lying. And they will do what? They book you for that. Any day you go to the embassy, they will bounce you back as a lying machine. My people, I beg you, now we go take a break. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. KMC, my people.